Good evening, everyone. The Overlord here. It seems to me that there is a serious problem on the internet that is getting worse and worse and shows no sign of being taken care of anytime soon. The problem I'm talking about are the trolls that seem to take pleasure of doing nothing else but making other people feel miserable and feel as if they have to define themselves by spamming and mocking other people on their channels. I personally cannot stand trolls at all. They are, in my eyes, the epitome of what it means to be an asshole. Hell, I could tolerate assholes, as some of them don't realize that they're assholes. Trolls, however, go out of their way to make themselves look like assholes with the intent of looking like an asshole. They offer nothing but illogical and hate-filled comments, or will do things like copy a text-made middle finger off of someone's page and start spamming it endlessly somewhere. And do you know what happens? People get pissed off and start flaming each other left and right. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Now, why do trolls do it? The answer is extremely simple. They have nothing better to do with their lives and seek attention through pissing everyone off. They post something they know will get people angry, people start responding to their comments, and the troll gets what he wants. In other words, we play right into the troll's hand by losing our tempers and replying to them. And you know what replying to their messages encourage? It encourages the trolls to keep trolling that area with their hate-filled remarks and illogical arguments. Another reason why trolls comment about things that can piss people off is because that they know they can get away with it. What do I mean? Well, think about it. Some of the things that are said by these trolls would result in someone kicking the living shit out of them. Some of the things that are said, if you were to say them in public, you'd have a mob of people chasing you wanting nothing less than your death. On the internet, however, they're faceless entities who can pretty much say anything they want without worry. True, this is the very foundations of what the First Amendment strives for, but these trolls tend to take the right of free speech and blow their noses with it. And what's worse is that you can't argue with them. I swear. These are the only people who could be given the most sound logic in the world and retort with a comment about screwing your mom. And we all know that they resort to using these kind of responses because it doesn't matter to them what the argument is about. All that matters to them is getting the last word in. If they get the last word in, then they obviously won the argument. Do you see now why arguing with a troll is pointless? Because no matter how hard you argue, no matter what kind of logic you use, it won't get across to them. And all you'll end up doing is wasting your time and end up giving them exactly what they want. I've given up on trying to reason with trolls and spammers because there is no reasoning with them. I've decided to ignore those that try to spread and spam hate-filled comments all over the internet. And I encourage everyone to do the same. If you see a spammer or a troll-like comment somewhere, do the smart thing and ignore it. Start a different conversation and make it so that the troll's comment gets swept into the sea of comments that nobody gives a shit about anymore. If everyone does this, eventually the trolls lose their whole reason for posting somewhere. What's the point of sounding like an asshole when nobody gives a fuck about what you have to say, right? Ignore them long enough, and regardless of what they have to say, they'll eventually leave. It won't happen overnight, but it will happen eventually. This, my friends, is the only true way to fight a troll. So yeah, I guess in the end, trolls are just here to stay. And try as we might, fighting against them is very hard and can only work if everyone is willing to put forth their efforts in terms of ignoring idiotic comments. Yes, there are measures we can take against them, such as blocking them, which I am more than willing to do. But this isn't a guarantee against anything, as trolls can always make a different account. So what I'm saying is this. People, next time you read a comment left by a troll, swallow your pride and ignore it. As hard as that might be to do, just ignore it. Trust me, it's better to see that comment once and be done with it than seeing it all over your channel every day for the next several months. Well, that's all I have to say. Good fucking night.